Hello! Today we're going to be building an LED light-up moon phase diagram. The purpose of this diagram is to construct an activity with a hands-on demonstration of how to build a closed circuit, along with constructing and learning the phases of the moon and what the moon cycle consists of. Before we start, we have a couple questions. So get your notebooks out and jot down the answers if you know them. How many moon phases are there? How long does it take for the moon to change? And then, do you know why the moon phases occur? So those are your three questions. If you know the answers, jot them down in your notebook. The answer to number 1 is there are 8 moon phases. And here they are. And number 2, it's 27 days. It takes 27 days, 7 hours, and 43 minutes for our moon to complete one full orbit around our Earth. So the answer to number 3, why do moon phases occur? The moon, just like our Earth, is lit by the sun while the other half is in darkness. We see the phases on Earth as a result from the angle of the moon and the sun. So how does a circuit work? So when using a circuit, you want to have the light in the middle connecting by 2 wires, and then we also have the battery on the other side, which is connected to those same wires. If your wires are completed to the battery as well to the light, you will have the light light up and you have a closed circuit. Now let's show you the materials we'll use. White paper and a black poster paper for our project today. So these are our different stencils that we cut out for you to do your moon phases. You'll use a white piece of paper, use each one of these stencils, and you can trace it onto your own piece of paper. Everyone go grab your white piece of paper and your pencil. It's time to trace out your moon. To use as our full moon, we're not going to trace out a stencil like the other moon phases. We're actually going to use a ping pong ball, and we'll cut a little piece of it off and stick it onto our poster. Now we'll show you how to cut your full moon.
So when we cut this out, we don't want to cut it out on this seam line because then the ball might split in half. So we want to go towards the middle where there's nothing, and we're going to cut out an X.
Be careful while doing this.
So now we're going to start building our closed circuit. For this, we're going to first test out our battery and our light to make sure our light lights up. So by testing this out, we're going to get the positive side of the light, which is the longer leg, which is this one, and have it touch the positive side of the battery. This will make the electrons be passed through the light and have the light light up. So for this, we're going to need the battery that we just used, the LED light we just used, and we're also going to need some copper tape as well as the poster board that we just made. So now we're going to cut a slit in the middle of our poster board, and that is where our light is going to come through and light up our full moon ping pong ball. We're going to go ahead and fold this in half and grab our scissors and just cut one straight slit down the middle, just like that. Nothing too big. So now we're going to flip this poster board that we just cut the slit in over to the back, and we're going to make our circuit on the back of the poster. So first we're going to get the LED light. We're going to split the legs open like so, and we're going to stick the LED light through the hole that we just made on the front and push our legs down so that it's closer to the poster board. Now we're going to grab these 2 pieces of copper tape and stick them onto either leg of the light that we just placed inside of the slit. So now we're going to put our battery on the positive side of the light, which is this one, which is the longer leg. And we're going to grab a 3rd piece of tape and we're going to tape it onto the opposite side, and we're going to go only halfway. Pieces have to connect on this side. We're only going to go halfway here. With our last piece of copper tape, we're going to put sticky sides together, and this will act as our on and off switch. Now using Scotch tape, we're just going to tape down our battery to the poster board. So now that this is here, we're going to make sure our light works by pushing this down onto the battery. So what do we do if our light doesn't turn on? Well, we just want to double check our circuit that we just made. We want to make sure that our copper tape is pressed down firmly onto our poster board. We want to make sure that our circuit is completely connected. We want to make sure that our on and off switch when touching the battery is a complete circuit. So that means all of our tapes are touching and all of our wires are connected. Our wires are connected on the same side. So if our battery is on the negative leg, it's not going to turn on. We want to make sure it's on the positive leg. So maybe try switching the battery from one side to the other. Lastly, we want to make sure that our battery is facing the right way. If our negative is facing up, we might want to switch it to make sure that the positive side is up. Now that our LED light is made and it lights up, we want to grab our already cut ping pong ball that we had right at the beginning, and we're going to pull that out, so we're going to put it on our poster board. So go ahead and grab your ping pong ball that's already pre-cut, and we're going to go ahead and put the LED light inside of this cut hole. If it's too tight and the LED light won't go in, you can go ahead and grab your scissors again and make another hole inside to make it a little bit bigger. Pop it on, and there you go. So now that we have it attached, it might be a little bit wobbly if it's a little too big. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our hot glue gun and we're gonna glue down the edges, but we don't wanna put too much on because we don't want it to look all messy. So just to recap, our moon has 8 phases. It has the new moon, which is not visible to the human eye, and which is why we didn't present it in our poster. They have the waxing crescent, the first quarter, the waxing gibbous, the full moon, which is represented by the ping pong ball, the waning gibbous, the third quarter moon, and the waxing crescent. It takes approximately 27 days for our moon to complete one full orbit around the Earth, and that's what causes our 8 different moon phases. A circuit is a complete route that has an electrical current that can flow through it. Like in our project, we use a battery, and this can produce a voltage that drives the current through the circuit and makes the light light up.